Bearbacks will kick it away first. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. The handoff to Johnson. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Throws to the wideout. Calls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin's quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
At the 35, he's open. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, probably looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the missed connection, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Soft spot in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Aztecs headed quickly to the line. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to scramble. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. A fair catch called for and made. offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Feeling some heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Gets away. Moving away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Coming up, fourth down. Number 41 on to kick it away. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Now the play fake. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air, it's Jordan. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They want to throw it. Getting some heat. Trying to get to it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Get it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on second down. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Richardson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Coming after it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. This time on target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Finds his man. It's Johnson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Richardson. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Ready break. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badger.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Going for the big play. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Fires downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Wisconsin 17.
And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cooper. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, San Diego State.
San Diego State. Number 15. With the return.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Badgers have this offense rolling. Gonna run it. It's Hankerson.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Jordan. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, San Diego State 21, Wisconsin 17.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Badgers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you can tell, soften them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big third down conversion.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And first down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now, limits the options a little bit more. Second down after that loss of yards play.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll give it to Johnson. Tripped up for the tackle.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Trying to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Makes the quick grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Aztecs inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when we decide to run it.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the...
kickoff to get us underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
What a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. He's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and RC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Stopped after making the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
First down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here on 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Buys a little time with his feet. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
He's looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, if I'm on defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Fast motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
Makes the grab down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Corners are going to bail. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. Past the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back.